Hi everybody and welcome back to I'm Basement once again. Today it's a great day because we have the update to one of my favorite drones ever. This is the BetaFPV Pavo20 Pro 2 but 4S. Finally they made this drone 4S, it has more power and I can't wait to test out this drone. Also because I like 4S batteries, I use them with other sub 250 freestyle drones I carry. So finally I can only carry one kind of batteries, it's more powerful. I can't wait to fly. You may notice that I'm a little bit late with this review, and that's a shame because I actually had this drone sitting on my desk for almost 2 months because I got it straight from BetaFPV in China. But they gave me a very early prototype and the flight controller was since updated, now it's better, and I had to wait for the proper one, which arrived 15 minutes ago. So today is the same day this drone comes out. I'm gonna do my best to put this board in and go test it out. It's already late afternoon, so let's see if I can make it. In the box you'll find the drone itself, super nicely packaged, LED strip for the propeller guards, Phillips screwdriver, an extra set of jam fan, 2.2 inches propellers, and the adapter to connect to the flight controller. Super interesting, they made the mount for different kinds of GPS. This will sit right at the top of the drone. They also provide pigtail antennas and an adapter if you wanna save a little bit of weight. The drone I have in my hands is only 114 grams with the O4 Pro and the big antennas. This is beautiful because I like seeing well-designed, lightweight drones. These machines have to fly, and every useless gram you shave, you can gain it by either better flying ability or more battery life. And you can see there is some grass on it because I just went flying, and this thing has a crazy efficiency. So BetaFPV, good job by keeping it lightweight. I feel like most drones I see at this point are super heavy, plasticky, and it's just useless weight. Very good job. Frame is the same as the 3S version of this Pavo20 Pro 2. It has a few updates, so it's a little bit stiffer, and also it has shims everywhere, so you cannot over tighten the screws. And this is very good for beginners because it's full of soft mounts, and there is no way of over tighten them and make them ineffective. Super easy to work on. Battery is underslung at the bottom. It's a pusher design with the motors in this 2mm carbon fiber frame. And all the plastic you see here is injection molded, which is another touch of quality. And while opening, I was surprised to find an injection molded part. They could have easily 3D printed this capacitor and buzzer holder, but they did not. They now use T-mount propellers, so you have the screws that go inside, because having more power, this prevents slippage, because before it was just the shaft holding the propellers. They have improved the flight controller. This is called the Cube 4S 30 amps all-in-one. It has an integrated Express LRS receiver, just like the old one. The motors are BetaFPV Lava 1104 5500 kV and they support 4S. At the top you have a soft-mounted camera and VTX holder for both the O4 Pro, or there is another one for the O4 Lite, so you can use whatever camera you like. And boom, I just put the new flight controller in, I just tested it arms, I flashed the new CLI, and we are ready to fly. I'm gonna fly with the recommended batteries. We have a 580 and a 680 milliamps 4S HP. I'm gonna start with the little one and then go with the 680. I did not install a GPS because I didn't have one ready to go and I didn't have time to solder and configure it and everything. Okay, let's go angle first. Oh, no. What happened? I don't know what happened, it was not recording, it stopped for a second. So it's windy, it's super hot. The drone seems to be flying nicely. Let's go, acro. Wow, it moves! It doesn't seem to have jello. And even with this wind, it's like the normal drone, but you have a little bit extra power, which is very much welcome. It's like 20 kilometers of wind at the moment, so the drone flies nice without it when I go low like this. But as soon as I go a little bit higher, I can feel I have to battle the wind a little bit more. If you go slow, it doesn't make too much noise, but having the extra power, it's screechy. Also, it has different propellers from the ones we are used to, so there is that as well. Oh! Also, having the battery on the bottom, you have a little bit more space for taking off above grass. They say if you hover, it can do more than 10 minutes if you just go very, very slowly. So with the GPS as well, it's a very, very nice update, and it makes this drone so much more versatile because you can go medium range with it. You have the full antennas. If you want, you can drop a few extra grams on a very lightweight drone already. I like what they are doing with this drone. And it flies really nice. Now, being light, you can feel it doesn't have the usual inertia of heavier drones, but just put a bigger battery and you are there. Also, the wind moves it a little bit more, being a little ducted drone. But nothing to complain about. I like the extra efficiency, I like the lighter weight. This is a drone you can use everywhere. And probably you can even still use the 3S batteries if you want to fly indoors and have a little bit more tamer of a drone. The battery is not complaining. I am flying for... I put the timer in the wrong position, but I have been flying for somewhat 3 minutes, something more. Yeah, and this is the small one. Yes, this drone will go on my backpack, and they did the right move by going 4S, I feel like. Yeah, you can just fly and it flies forever. Hey, do we have a chicken going around? I always forget about them. Because it's summer and it's 7 p.m, so probably they went home already. Yes. No. No. So where are they? Where the hell are the chicken? They are always nowhere to be found. This drone is very efficient, or it's just the combination of a big battery, and because a 580 is gonna have way more juice than a 550 3S, because first it's 4S, so it's one extra cell, and also it's a bigger battery, so it's very understandable why it lasts for so much longer. Now today it's a very first opinion about this drone, because I want to test out different batteries like 450 4S, which is lighter, and a 720 4S, which is heavier, just to see what it can do with different weights. Because these two batteries they provided are kind of very similar between them. The chicken are masters at hiding lately. Okay, the battery is low, let's start landing. Can I come back, please? 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 I don't want to go pick it up, sorry, I do this. Okay, destroy the battery a little bit, but it flew for like 5 minutes and 30, bashing it, going fast, not bad at all. And now let's fly with the 680 milliamps. Maybe it's placebo, but I feel like the drone is a little bit heavier. You can see it hovers at 30, 29. Also, I kind of saw a chicken back here. I just turned my head. It's a dark gray chicken, so good luck finding it. They are inside the bushes, that's why I cannot spot them. I am sorry, I need to get... Oh! 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 I'm so happy I found them. They are not scared for their life with this drone. Like, I've seen smaller drones scaring them way more than this. Okay, no, this one is kind of running. The one with the ugly neck. And the neck is not like that because I crashed with a drone. It's just the breed that doesn't have feathers on the neck. Was there a chicken behind here? No. I like this battery. Wow. Yeah, it has slight wobbling, but I mean, it's such a tiny drone, I cannot complain at all about it. With this battery, you have what I was telling you, you have the more inertia. Oh, no. No. Okay, let's focus. Crash flip, please. This drone, very nice drone. Yeah, okay, it's different somehow with this battery. It's not me that suck, it's heavier. Which is nice if you wanna fly indoors or just go very, very smoothly. It feels definitely smoother. So, very good job on this one. This I already know, I'm gonna check for Jello, but this I already know is the drone I'm gonna use for Cinewhooping. I like using the O4 Pro, I don't need to carry a GoPro, most scenarios. This is the perfect Cinewhoop, lightweight and versatile. Put a GPS on there. What more do you want? Yeah. Wow, this battery makes quite a difference. I was not expecting. There is occasional wobbling, but I will excuse it for being such a tiny drone. Maybe the Gepard C Darkstar 22 is slightly less wobbly, but it's also heavier, which gives you more inertia. But now that this is 4S and it's so lightweight, this is what I like. And probably to most people I would recommend this. It's also very simple to service, it doesn't have crazy soft mounts, you have them detaching when you crash, and it's just 4 screws, you open it and you have access to the bottom. You see, like, I received this drone at 5 p.m. and by 7 I'm already flying. I had to change the flight controller, resolder everything, shoot the video, so it's very quick to do everything. It's a good experience. The bird flew very close to me. Where is he? He's not accustomed to these drones yet. Oh. And the battery just goes on for forever, I feel like. How do we have 1 minute and 39 on recording? I hope it's recording, but my timer on the goggles is stuck at 1:39, even though we have been flying for 4 minutes and 26. I feel like you will not have the... No, you will have the... Why am I crashing? I'm looking at the bottom. You cannot see the timer from the interface, my bad. I moved the timer closer to the center because I record 4:3 aspect ratio, and otherwise you were not gonna see the timer, but I forgot there is other UI elements on there. But I already have all the info I need. I'm just gonna watch the stabilized footage back to see if it has any kind of jello or issues, but it should not have, because they redesigned this mount many times, and it seems like they know what they are doing, even if it's a little bit harder than some of the other super soft mounted ones. But it seems like they found a nice way to soft mount. But we have 4S, we have different propellers, so who knows about the frequencies going into the camera. Heavier battery makes the drone way smoother if you smooth it out with your thumbs, because if you just let it go, it's a little bit, it's not made for snappy movements, but if you just follow through while you're doing stuff, it's super smooth. And this drone, I will use it for everything, indoors, outdoors, near people. Like I don't feel like I have reasons to use anything else. Maybe I can use super small ones if I have to go indoors and don't make noise, and really I have the concern of safety. But this one, I already used it for some events, and it works. I use the 3S. This one being 4S, you have a little bit more wind resistance. I don't know why I'm crashing so much. And I hope it's recording. I don't know why the second video stopped at 1 minute and 30. It's very hot, so probably stuff overheated and it stopped recording. But I flew for almost 7 minutes and I landed at 14.5. Probably I could have gone even a little bit longer, but this drone just doesn't quit. Super efficient, and I just watched the stabilized video back and it's perfect. There is no jello, no stabilization issues, nothing. So BetaFPV, again, very nice job. I was a big fan of the first version of this drone, and it's very nice to see them improving gradually every time. I feel like I can hands down recommend this drone to whoever is looking for a O4 Pro only Cinewhoop, because it just hits the spot. You can fly indoors, it's safe, it doesn't make too much noise, but now being 4S, you go outdoors, it's more powerful, it has a super long battery life. What do you want more? This is the drone I'm gonna carry with me on my backpack from now on until they make in 6 months the next version, because if I have to find cons or improvements for the future version, I would like to see an even better pit tuning to the point that it's perfect and like super snappy, super precise. It's already pretty good, and I mean, I'm gonna put it on my backpack, so nothing to complain about. But sometimes you can feel it wobbling, or just you feel it's a light drone and it's a small ducted drone, so air moves through it and it moves the drone while in the air. I don't know if there is ways to make it better, but I would like to see them try. Also, I wish it came with a GPS straight from the box with a plug and just plug and play, because I have to look for a GPS somewhere and install it and spend the extra time. Which, for it being a bind and fly, I know many people at this point, they don't wanna build, they just wanna get the drone and go fly, and I wish they had a version with GPS pre-installed. And that's all. Otherwise, it's a pretty nice drone. And that's all for today. As always, remember to like, subscribe and comment on this video. Let me know what do you think about this drone. If you want to buy something, check out the links in the description down below, because many times you also find discounts. And also, you help the channel a lot. Stay safe and happy flying. Bye!